Today in this video, I am going to explain why women are blessed with a monthly gift. So let's get into it. Why do we get periods? If you'd like to stay informed about hormone health and everything about your menstrual cycle, click the subscribe and hit the notification bell so you will know every time I post a new video. Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm a naturopath and I've been specializing in women's hormonal health for 10 years now. I have found that my passion is educating women about their bodies so they can be in the know and in more control of their health. So let's get to it. Why do we get periods? The menstrual cycle is a month-long cycle that is controlled by hormones, and I discussed this in more detail in a previous video, which I'll link below. But to help make this video a little easier to understand, I'll just first go over some terminology that I'll use again and again. So the first word is your egg. The egg is released from the ovary each month, and this cell contains your genetic material, and when joined with the sperm, it will likely go on to make a baby. Which brings us to the fertilized egg. So the fertilized egg is when the sperm from the male travels up and meets the egg and they join together. This then becomes the fertilized egg. And in this video, I will use the word uterine lining a few times. This is just the lining of your uterus, or the medical terminology is the endometrium. These words are all used interchangeably. And the last word is implantation. This is where the fertilized egg travels down the fallopian tubes and attaches to or implants in the uterine lining. Now that we've got that out of the way, why do we get monthly periods? Our monthly cycles are regulated and controlled by certain hormones, and the main hormones are estrogen and progesterone. It is these hormones that prepare the lining of your uterus for the fertilized egg. The lining of the uterus will thicken with blood and nutrients, and the purpose of this newly developed uterine lining is to provide the fertilized egg with the nourishment needed for it to grow and develop into a baby. The uterine lining has to be ready before implantation can happen. So, whether you want a baby right now or not, your hormones every single month are preparing the lining of your uterus, making it the perfect place for a growing baby. This brings us to the hormones and the role that they play within your menstrual cycle. Estrogen tells the lining of your uterus to grow and thicken, and in this process provides blood to the lining. Progesterone tells the lining of the uterus to change into cells needed for growth and support of the fertilized egg. So, before the egg is even fertilized, the cells of the uterine lining are changing to prepare for the fertilized egg. When we compare this to most other animals, their lining of their uterus changes only when a fertilized egg is implanted. The other difference that they show is that they can reabsorb their uterine lining if conception doesn't take place. Humans are a tad different, obviously. We need an extra thick lining in order to cater for the human fetus. And because this lining is so thick, we can't actually reabsorb all of the lining. So the remainder that we can't reabsorb will get shed as our period. So we prepare every month for a possible baby. Most animals only begin this preparation process once the fertilized egg has been implanted. A likely explanation as to why we get a period is because the uterine lining is prepared every month just in case the egg is fertilized by a sperm. So you have a period because the egg that was released that month wasn't fertilized by a sperm. The uterine lining that was prepared in order to nourish that fertilized egg is no longer needed. Your uterine lining then breaks down and is discarded, and you see blood, and this is your period. And as soon as this uterine lining is shed, your body starts the process all over again, making a new uterine lining to nourish the next possible fertilized egg. Is that cool or what? Or some might think it's annoying. Let me know how you feel in the comments below. I know what you're thinking. Why? Why would I want to be in a perpetual state of possible pregnancy? A possible explanation is about energy use. Maintaining that thick endometrial lining all of the time would require an enormous amount of energy. Apparently, it takes less energy to make and grow a new uterine lining each month. If you think about it, your body is truly amazing in its quest for growing a baby. So in summary, you get your period, which equals the shedding of the lining that was going to nourish a possible growing baby. The lining is gone. 2 weeks later, your uterine lining is completely restored, ready all over again to nourish a possible fertilized egg. 2 weeks later, uterine lining sheds. 2 weeks later, uterine lining restores. You get the picture. There you have it. The answer to why we get periods. It is because your body builds a home to nourish and support a possible fertilized egg. And because the egg isn't fertilized, the lining of your uterus sheds and you get a period. Full stop, period. If you would like to learn more information about your hormone health, I have written a book, Know Your Flow, and it is available for a free download, and the link is in the description below. You get 230 pages of information about your menstrual cycle health, about your hormones, and how to improve your hormone health for a better menstrual cycle. And if you would like to know what a healthy period looks like, stay tuned, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and next week we talk about what is a normal period. See you then.